The holidays may be around the corner, but there's no peace in lay this week. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Remy will cross paths with Elektra. Will, who's heard a good deal about him, may realize Remy's obsession with her. But that's not even the most juicy highlight this time. Over at FC, Carter is marching towards the throne with Hope by his side. Could Justin, who's come to Ridge and Steffy's, win the power play? Find out. Will meets Remy. Steffy fights to protect her family. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Remy Price is waiting tables at Ia Giardino. However, he's earning more than just a paycheck. This time, he's taking orders from none other than Elektra Forrester and Will Spencer. Mind you, the guys have never met before, so Will might want to take a good look at Remy. Moreover, B and B spoilers tease that Will might get dodgy vibes from him. Could Will connect the dots about those shady deepfake photos before it's too late? Over at the cabin, Hope Logan surprises Brooke Logan by revealing Carter Walton has officially filed the LLC paperwork. Consequently, Brooke's anxiety shoots up like anything. Ridge and Steffy Forrester are leaning heavily on Justin Barber to stop Carter's hostile takeover of SC. Please tell us Carter will never get his hands on Forrester Creations, Steffy tells Justin. However, based on what he has analyzed so far, Justin doesn't seem too confident. Still, the duo pleads with the lawyer to ensure Carter doesn't seize control. As for Carter, the man isn't backing down as the power struggle reaches new heights. Additionally, the quick-witted man will repeat history and put Hope on top if they succeed. Who will gain victory in this all-out corporate war? Next, Bill Spencer's out-of-the-blue jail visit will take Luna Nozoa by surprise. While Luna gets all hopeful, Bill's motives still seem vague. Interestingly, the lunatic kidnapper is still obsessed with their connection. Does Bill feel the same way, or is this his power move to keep the enemies in check? Only time will tell. But this week is nothing short of a wild ride, from Remy's unsettling behavior to Carter's smooth moves. We wonder if the Forresters can survive the storm. Is it about time for the Forrester clan to bid adieu to their fashion house? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, December 2 reveal that Ridge Forrester won't get his wish when it comes to Carter Walton. Ridge is blaming Hope Logan for Carter's actions. Next on Bold and the Beautiful. However, Carter came up with his all on his own. Unfortunately, the Bold and the Beautiful will be preempted on Thursday and Friday, November 28 and 29 for the Thanksgiving holiday. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. The drama continues on Monday, December 2. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Ridge wants to forget about Carter's betrayal and start over. However, Ridge also gives Carter some conditions that he refuses to accept. Carter fancies himself in love with Hope and Ridge believes she is using Carter. However, Carter started this relationship and Carter pitched this idea. Ridge is agreeing with Steffy Forrester and doesn't believe that Hope truly cares for Carter. Ridge believes that Hope is using Carter just like she did Thomas Forrester. Steffy has convinced Ridge that Hope got in Carter's head and put him up to do this. Ridge has been the one demanding this LLC. B and B spoilers. Justin Barber is on the case. Ridge has hired Justin Barber to get rid of this LLC and put things right with Forrester. However, that may be as easy as Ridge believes. Carter is a lawyer after all. It isn't very likely that he has left too many loopholes. When Carter decided to take over Forrester, he was determined to do what he wanted with the company. Carter has no intention of walking away from Hope and the promises he has made to her. Carter has fallen for Hope and took this open himself. Hope only encouraged him to try to get his ideas out there. Hope agrees with Carter that he is treated just like the Logans and is taken for granted no matter what he suggests. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Carter Walton's suspicions are confirmed. Ridge confirms what Carter has said all along. The Forrester believe the Logans are inferior to them, and they do not give them the credit they deserve. The Logans get blamed for everything that goes wrong, where it is their fault or an act of God. Carter now sees that Ridge has chosen to turn against the Logans as well. Carter will make it plain to Ridge that Hope had nothing to do with this. Carter decided that something needed to change because of how Ridge and Steffy are running things. Carter sees what he feels is wrong and wants to make it right. According to the spoilers, things will get worse before they get better at Forrester Creations. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of December 2, 2024 are here. Next week, fans can expect Bill Spencer to visit Luna Nozawa in jail. Justin Spears has bad news for Forrester Creations. Meanwhile, Hope Logan proudly declares to Brooke Logan that the LLC paperwork has already been filed. There is also a scene of Will Spencer meeting Remy Price. Keep reading and let's talk about what's coming up in the CBS soap next week. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Bill Spencer visits Luna Nozawa. B&B spoilers for the week of December 2 reveal that Luna sits in the visitor's room at the jail. It seems from the weekly preview clip that Luna just had one visitor, which was either Penelope Poppy Nozawa or perhaps a secret partner in crime. Then the guard tells Luna that she has another visitor. Luna seems surprised and asks who. That is when Bill enters the room. Luna is excited to see Bill, but he has a serious look on his face. Bill likely wants to encourage Luna to stop obsessing over him. This visit could just prompt an even heavier fixation for Luna, though. It might even push Luna to break out of jail. B&B spoilers. Justin Spears bombshell. Over with Justin, he goes to Forrester Creations to deliver a bombshell. By the time the week of December 2 kicks off, Ridge Forrester will have dropped the LLC news on Eric Forrester and Steffy Forrester Finnegan. In a preview clip for next week, Justin stands in the CEO office with Steffy, Eric, and Ridge. Steffy asks Justin to please tell them that Carter Walton isn't getting control of Forrester Creations. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Will Spencer meets Remy Price. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of December 2 reveal that Will takes Electra Forrester to Il Giardino again. This time, Remy approaches the table while both Will and Electra are there. Electra spots the apron right away and excitedly talks to Remy about his new job. When Electra introduces Remy, Will says he's heard a lot about him. So it sounds like Electra and Remy might have known each other a long time. Remy is still dangerous, but that might be why it's so easy to fool Electra, because they have known each other forever. Back to Will, he doesn't seem to sense any bad vibes from Remy, so this will make Remy even more dangerous, especially if everyone thinks he's great. B&B spoilers. Week of December 2, 2024. Also, Hope proudly tells Brooke that the LLC papers have already been filed. Now, it seems that Carter isn't going to dump Hope to get back in the Forrester family's good graces. At the same time, this meeting Hope says Carter has with Eric, Steffy, and Ridge could mean a big twist is coming. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of December 2, 2024? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The bold and the beautiful spoilers preview video for the week of December 2 to 6 reveals that Remy Price will surprise Electra Forrester once again when she finds him working at Il Giardino. Remy will pop up as Electra and Will Forrester's waiter, so he'll admit he just started there. After Will says he's heard a lot about Remy, he'll have a chance to meet Electra's friend and form his own opinion. Could Will pick up on the fact that Remy is a bit too fixated on Electra? Since Remy is Electra's stalker and will inevitably be revealed as the person behind the deep fake photos, more trouble's brewing. At the cabin, Hope Logan will shock Brooke Logan with the news that Carter Walton filed the LLC paperwork. Brooke will get updates on Carter's bold move and worry about the fallout of this huge decision. Ridge Forrester tried to convince Carter to forget about the papers and get rid of his toxic relationship. Carter was given the chance at a clean slate if he'd cut Hope loose, but he's obviously not going to take that deal. Instead, Carter will dig his heels in on this takeover scheme, so Ridge, Steffy Forrester, and Eric Forrester will all have to rely on Justin Barber for what's next. Please tell us Carter will never get his hands on Forrester Creations, Steffy says to Justin in B and B's weekly preview video. Eric and Ridge will join Steffy as they wait for Justin's assessment of this whole situation, but he may not tell them what they want to hear. Based on the warning Justin already delivered and the expression on his face in the preview clip, he may tell the Forresters that they've already sealed their fate. Justin may insist there's nothing to stop Carter from taking the throne, at least for now. Of course, the Forresters could launch a drawn-out court battle, but there may not be an easy fix for this problem. In the meantime, Carter may score the control he was looking for and reinstate Hope like he promised. Our predictions point to Carter causing a lot more drama, so don't miss all the action that's coming up. Finally, Luna Nozawa will get a shock when Bill Spencer shows up for a jailhouse visit. Although there'll inevitably be some tension on Bill's end, Luna will be filled with hope when he arrives. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Luna will remain obsessed with Bill and the connection she believes they have, so stay tuned to see how Bill will handle all this. The bold and the beautiful spoilers preview video for the week of December 2 to 6 reveals that Remy Price will surprise Electra Forrester once again when she finds him working at Il Giardino. Remy will pop up as Electra and Will Forrester's waiter, so he'll admit he just started there. After Will says he's heard a lot about Remy, he'll have a chance to meet Electra's friend and form his own opinion. Could Will pick up on the fact that Remy is a bit too fixated on Electra, since Remy is Electra's stalker and will inevitably be revealed as the person behind the deep fake photos? More troubles brewing. At the cabin, Hope Logan will shock Brooke Logan with the news that Carter Walton filed the LLC paperwork. Brooke will get updates on Carter's bold move and worry about the fallout of this huge decision. Ridge Forrester tried to convince Carter to forget about the papers and get rid of his toxic relationship. Carter was given the chance at a clean slate if he'd cut Hope loose, but he's obviously not going to take that deal. Instead, Carter will dig his heels in on this takeover scheme, so Ridge, Steffy Forrester, and Eric Forrester will all have to rely on Justin Barber for what's next. Please tell us Carter will never get his hands on Forrester Creations, Steffy says to Justin in B and B's weekly preview video. Eric and Ridge will join Steffy as they wait for Justin's assessment of this whole situation, but he may not tell him what they want to hear. Based on the warning Justin already delivered and the expression on his face in the preview clip, he may tell the Forresters that they've already sealed their fate. Justin may insist there's nothing to stop Carter from taking the throne, at least for now. Of course, the Forresters could launch a drawn-out court battle, but there may not be an easy fix for this problem. In the meantime, Carter may score the control he was looking for and reinstate Hope like he promised. Our predictions point to Carter causing a lot more drama, so don't miss all the action that's coming up. Finally, Luna Nozawa will get a shock when Bill Spencer shows up for a jailhouse visit. Although there'll inevitably be some tension on Bill's end, Luna will be filled with hope when he arrives. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Luna will remain obsessed with Bill and the connection she believes they have, so stay tuned to see how Bill will handle all this. B and B 11 to 29 2024 CBS. The Bold and the Beautiful Spoilers, Friday, November 29. Hope's fury, a mother's betrayal. Hope was enraged when she discovered that Brooke had confided in Ridge about her and Carter's secret plan. Hope trusted Brooke enough to share her intentions, believing her mother should be in the loop after everything she and Carter had endured. However, Brooke's decision to reveal the plan to Ridge disrupted everything, leaving Hope feeling betrayed and questioning her mother's loyalty. A shattered plan, Brooke's interference. Hope and Carter had meticulously prepared their revenge, only for Brooke to upend it. Despite not agreeing with the plan, Brooke's choice to involve Ridge, instead of standing neutral, ruined months of effort. Brooke and Hope's confrontation grew intense as Hope accused her mother of prioritizing Ridge over her own daughter. The conflict highlighted deep divisions in their relationship. Ridge's role, a father's favoritism. In the argument, Hope accused Ridge of consistently siding with Steffy. Despite Ridge's earlier decision to allow Steffy to fire Hope, Hope believed he had always favored his other daughter. While Hope could rationalize Ridge's behavior as a father, Brooke's actions cut deeper as she expected maternal support that was not given. Hope's devastation, a mother-daughter rift. The heated argument led Hope to a heartbreaking conclusion. Brooke valued Ridge over her. Feeling abandoned, Hope declared she no longer wanted to be Brooke's daughter. She vowed to rely on Carter, who she felt had supported her more than her mother ever did. The bond between Brooke and Hope seemed irreparably broken, with Hope viewing their relationship as meaningless moving forward. A family torn apart. In the end, the mother-daughter relationship dissolved into bitterness. Brooke's allegiance to Ridge over Hope led to devastating consequences, leaving their once strong familial connection fractured. For Hope, the pain of betrayal signified the end of their relationship, turning them from family to strangers. In the gripping episode of The Bold and the Beautiful airing on Thursday, November 28, 2024, tensions soar as Brooke delivers critical information to Ridge that changes everything. Brooke warns Ridge of Carter's audacious plan to seize control of Forrester Creations. Shocked and betrayed, Ridge struggles to comprehend that a trusted ally like Carter could orchestrate such a scheme. However, Brooke's sincerity leaves no room for doubt, forcing Ridge to confront a harsh reality. If he doesn't act swiftly, he risks losing everything he holds dear. Furious yet resolute, Ridge accepts the truth. His anger is tempered by disappointment. Despite valuing Carter's contributions deeply, this betrayal feels like a knife in the back. Determined to protect his legacy, Ridge immediately turns to Justin, the company's legal strategist and a former ally of Bill Spencer. Although Ridge has harbored doubts about Justin's loyalty in the past, this dire situation leaves him no choice. Justin's intimate knowledge of the company and its operations makes him Ridge's best shot at derailing Carter's devious plans. Unbeknownst to Carter, Ridge's swift action catches him off guard. Confident that his takeover was on track, Carter is rattled by Ridge's unexpected counterstrike. However, Carter's resolve remains unshaken. He believes he's too close to success to back down now, even as the walls start closing in. Hope finds herself swept into the chaos. Having aligned herself with Carter's ambitions, she becomes increasingly uneasy as the situation unravels. The possibility of their plot being exposed looms large, and Hope knows the fallout could be catastrophic for both her and Carter. Despite her initial fears, Hope tries to reassure Carter, urging him to reconsider their course of action before it's too late. If they abandon their plan now, perhaps they can escape the storm without consequences. Yet, Ridge's discovery changes the dynamics entirely. Even if Carter chooses to halt his betrayal, Ridge is already aware of his treachery. The damage to Carter's reputation and future at Forrester Creations is likely irreversible. Hope, meanwhile, wrestles with conflicting emotions. She continues to stand by Carter, vowing to love him regardless of whether he moves forward with his plans or decides to retreat. For Hope, her allegiance to Carter transcends business, but she also knows the stakes couldn't be higher. As Ridge, Brooke, Justin, Carter, and Hope navigate this high-stakes game of power and loyalty, The future of Forrester Creations hangs in the balance. Will Ridge's quick thinking and Justin's expertise be enough to protect the family empire? Or will Carter's calculated gamble pay off, leaving Ridge and his allies in the dust? This explosive episode promises betrayal, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of power, proving once again that in the world of the bold and the beautiful, nothing is ever as it seems. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Luna Nozawa will be delighted when Bill Spencer arrives to see her in jail. B&B fans know Luna has been writing Bill heartfelt letters, but it'll be a real treat for her to see him in person again. Of course, Bill burned the first letter that Luna sent, but he couldn't bring himself to light up the next one. Bill crumpled it with a sigh instead, so you could argue that Luna's making a little progress in tugging at his heartstrings. Even so, Bill will have a tough exterior as he shows up for this jailhouse visit. There's a good chance Bill will ask Luna to stop writing the letters, so she may turn on the waterworks and insist she just wanted a way to feel close to him. Perhaps Luna will play up how alone she feels and how terrible things have been for her behind bars. Luna may give Bill her slammer sob story and insist that she just lost her mind for a while in some way she can't explain. Maybe Luna will remind Bill of moments when they bonded, before her lies and all the criminal chaos blew things up. No matter how hard Bill tries, he can't completely disconnect from Luna and the paternal feelings he developed for her. Luna isn't Bill's biological daughter, but he still came to care for her in a fatherly way and is struggling to let that link go. Although Luna would rather have Bill for a boyfriend than a fill-in dad at this point, she may take him any way she can get him. Regardless, Bill is the most rich and powerful man that Luna has ever met. It's easy to see why Luna might put on a tearful charade during this jail visit and ultimately beg for his legal help. Bill might shut Luna down initially, but could he change his mind down the road? What if Bill eventually gets duped again and decides Luna deserves another chance? Justin Barber is back on the scene in lawyer mode, so Bill may have a new legal challenge for him to tackle. Bill might put Justin to work getting Luna off the hook through a temporary insanity plea and leave Justin wary of what his boss is pushing for. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say this Bill and Luna storyline could lead to some shocking news, so stick with us for any Freedom predictions and updates on what the future holds. The bold and the beautiful viewers know that Hope Logan has been hanging on by a straw for months now. Is the mental breakdown we have all saw coming finally here? Brooke Logan has always supported her daughter, but has had a tough time backing her up recently. Will Brooke's shocking betrayal push her daughter over the edge? Keep her eating to find out. According to B&B spoilers, here's what's coming up next on the soap. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, all the warning signs. Hope Logan has been struggling for over a year now. Soap fans first noticed her bizarre behavior during her divorce from Liam Spencer. It was apparent something was off with Hope when she began sleeping with Thomas Forrester. Thomas actually skipped town and moved on because even he couldn't handle Hope's manic episodes and compulsive behavior. The bold and the beautiful began hinting Hope Logan was not in her right mind a few months back when she confessed to her mother that she was out of control and couldn't stop her obsessive behavior with Dr. John Finnegan. Brooke brushed her daughter's red flags aside and lectured her about sleeping with married men. Recently, Taylor Hayes has even commented that Hope Logan may need help and is not acting like herself. B&B spoilers. Hope Logan in crisis. It's obvious Hope is in crisis. When Brooke throws her under the bus and rats her daughter and Carter out, it will cut deep. Without her mom supporting her, Hope Logan literally has no one. Ironically, Brooke's betrayal will secure her relationship with Ridge Forrester, and Hope will accuse her of choosing her boyfriend over her own flesh and blood. With Hope's mental health hanging on by a thread, Brooke's betrayal could push her own daughter into the mental hospital. Or even worse, Hope could lash out and do something that she can't take back. Do you feel bad for Hope? R.G. Forrester was the most eligible bachelor in Los Angeles. He fit well with the Forrester Creations crew. He even had a hot relationship with Luna before she went to the dark side. That's not the case anymore. R.G. disappeared from the canvas. He was one of the young, promising characters on The Bold and the Beautiful. What happened to R.G.? And will he ever come back? Lost his place. R.G. disappeared after Luna was found guilty of the murders of Tom and Hollis. Luna told Steffy that R.G. was a boy, while Zende was the best lover in her life. She intended to sleep with him that night. R.G. disappeared after Luna went to jail. R.G. also wasn't present for the meeting about Hope's firing. R.G. and Zend were the designing team for Hope for the future. They only mentioned finding a place for Zend. What could have happened? R.G. was pushed into working for FC. His father, Ridge, wanted him to join the design team because he was an exceptional talent. However, R.G. was never interested in fashion. He enjoyed traveling the world and working as a social media influencer. Likely, R.G. went back to his former job. He could be flying around on the Forrester private jet. R.G. hinted to Zend that he wanted a new lease on life. He didn't want to focus on romance anymore. Instead, he wanted to shift his focus to the next direction in his life. This could have been his cue to leave the fashion industry behind, but he might not stay away for long. Crumaro teased about Will and R.G. becoming romantic rivals. The soap could be gearing up for his return. What are your thoughts? What do you think happened to R.J.? Do you think he'll make a comeback? Let us know in the comment section. The drama in Bold and Beautiful intensifies as Deacon finds himself caught in a web of intrigue involving the enigmatic Remy. This time, it's not just about misunderstandings. Deacon stumbles upon something that could change everything. Remy, a cunning and secretive individual, has recently arrived in Los Angeles. His motives appear far from innocent, as his presence spells trouble for Elektra. Unbeknownst to her, Remy's arrival brings with it a storm of challenges, setting the stage for some intense revelations. While Elektra remains oblivious to the looming threat, those close to her are starting to take notice. Spoilers hint that Will and Ivy will be strong pillars of support for Elektra. Will, her devoted boyfriend, is determined to protect her at all costs, while Ivy, ever perceptive, begins to suspect that Remy's sudden appearance in LA isn't coincidental. Ivy believes that Remy might be stalking Elektra, and her intuition isn't far off. Meanwhile, Deacon, who unknowingly hired Remy to work at his restaurant, begins to sense that something is off about him. In a moment of generosity, Deacon allowed Remy to stay in the apartment above his restaurant, but it doesn't take long before he notices odd behavior from his new tenant. As Remy's obsession with Elektra grows, his actions become harder to hide. Deacon's suspicions are confirmed when he stumbles upon shocking evidence in Remy's possession. While checking Remy's phone for an unrelated reason, Deacon is blindsided by a provocative photo of Elektra. The discovery leaves him stunned, and he immediately realizes the danger Elektra might be in. Wasting no time, Deacon contacts Elektra, Will, and Ivy to share what he's found. He knows that this revelation cannot be ignored and decides to confront Remy directly. Tensions escalate as Deacon demands answers, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation. The questions linger. What is Remy's endgame, and how far is he willing to go to get closer to Elektra? Will Deacon's timely intervention be enough to keep her safe? And how will this shocking discovery impact the relationships within this tangled web of intrigue? Stay tuned for more twists and turns as Bold and Beautiful delivers yet another captivating storyline filled with suspense, betrayal, and shocking revelations. In a jaw-dropping twist, CBS, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal a deadly confrontation between Hope and Steffy that takes a tragic turn. Tensions between the two women, long fraught with animosity, finally boil over when Steffy uncovers a shocking scheme. She learns that Hope has been conspiring with Carter to seize control of Forrester Creations. While Carter appears to be the one executing the plan, Steffy identifies Hope as the mastermind pulling the strings. Steffy, who recently fired Hope in a public and humiliating manner, is well aware of the grudge Hope harbors against her. Fueled by anger and suspicion, Steffy believes Hope has used her charm to manipulate Carter into betraying the company. Carter's infatuation with Hope blinds him, pushing him into compromising his principles. Unable to stay silent, Steffy confronts Hope in a heated exchange. Accusations fly as Steffy lambasts Hope for her shameless tactics, accusing her of seducing Carter and scheming to dismantle the Forrester family's legacy. The situation escalates quickly. Steffy's anger boils over, and she slaps Hope, igniting a physical struggle. Hope, no longer the submissive employee under Steffy's control, refuses to back down. Their fight becomes intense, underscoring the deep-seated resentment they share. For Steffy, this isn't just about business. She accuses Hope of trying to undermine her family, even going as far as to claim Hope seduced her husband, Finn. Meanwhile, Hope feels justified in her anger, seeing Steffy's actions as unfair and vindictive. The confrontation reaches its tragic climax when the two struggle at the top of a staircase. In the heat of the moment, Hope unintentionally pushes Steffy, sending her tumbling down the stairs. To Hope's horror, Steffy lies motionless at the bottom. The shocking realization that Steffy is dead sends Hope into a panic. Though Hope never intended to kill Steffy, fear overtakes her. Instead of calling for help or the authorities, she makes the impulsive decision to flee the scene. This fateful choice sets the stage for an even darker chapter in Hope's life. The aftermath of Steffy's death rocks the Forrester family and the entire Forrester Creations team. Everyone is devastated by the loss of such a pivotal figure. As the investigation unfolds, Hope quickly becomes the prime suspect. With her recent firing and public clashes with Steffy, her motives appear clear to the police. It's only a matter of time before they track her down for questioning. While Hope grapples with guilt and fear, others reflect on the tragedy. Many recall that Steffy initiated the confrontation and struck Hope first. Still, that detail may not save Hope from a grim future. Even though Steffy's death was an accident, Hope's flight from the scene casts a shadow of guilt over her. Legal repercussions seem inevitable, and Hope could face a lengthy prison sentence. This shocking turn leaves viewers on edge as they wonder how Hope will navigate the consequences of her actions. With the Forrester family shattered and secrets bubbling to the surface, the fallout from Steffy's untimely death promises to be one of the most drama. Take storylines in The Bold and the Beautiful history. In this episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, airing Thursday, November 28, 2024, Remy takes a strategic step towards cementing his presence in Los Angeles. While his primary goal is to monitor Elektra closely, he realizes that securing a job is essential for maintaining his cover. Remy tells Elektra they crossed paths in the city purely by chance, but in reality, his presence is no coincidence. To ensure his story holds up and to blend in seamlessly, Remy decides that employment is the perfect camouflage. Meanwhile, Deacon is in desperate need of help at Il Giardino following the tragic deaths of Hollis and Tom. The restaurant's workload has been overwhelming, and Deacon has struggled to find someone who meets his high standards. Just as Deacon begins to lose hope, Remy spots the recruitment notice. Recognizing the opportunity to stay close to Elektra, Remy applies and quickly lands the job. Deacon is impressed by Remy's youth, quick thinking, and serious work ethic, traits that perfectly align with what he's looking for in a staff member. Though the role is straightforward, Deacon insists that his employees deliver a top-tier dining experience to every customer. For Remy, the position at Il Giardino is not just a job. It provides a solid reason to remain in Los Angeles and countless opportunities to encounter Elektra, all while continuing his covert surveillance. Elektra, unaware of Remy's true intentions, believes their interactions are purely coincidental. Elsewhere, turmoil brews at Forrester Creations as Ridge discovers that Carter and Hope are plotting to take control of the company's management. Furious and unwilling to relinquish power, Ridge begins preparations to sue Carter. The speed at which Ridge uncovered the scheme leaves Hope stunned, but she soon learns the truth. Brooke, her own mother, betrayed her. Brooke confesses that she tipped off Ridge, citing her lingering affection for him and a desire to shield him from Carter's perceived betrayal. Hope is devastated by Brooke's actions. She struggles to comprehend why her mother would side with Ridge, especially after Hope herself was unjustly fired by Steffy and Ridge. To Hope, Brooke's decision feels like a deep personal betrayal. Brooke rationalizes her actions as loyalty to Ridge, but in doing so, she overlooks the impact on Hope. As the battle lines are drawn, Hope is determined to reclaim what she believes is rightfully hers, even if it means going against her mother. With Remy's hidden agenda in full swing and a fierce legal fight looming at Forrester Creations, this episode promises a thrilling blend of personal drama and high-stakes intrigue. How far will Remy go to stay close to Elektra? And will Hope's quest for justice lead to irreparable damage in her relationship with Brooke? Stay tuned. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates reveal Sheila Carter Sharp has been notably absent recently. Deacon Sharp even expressed his frustration about being short-staffed, highlighting that Sheila's frequent disappearances have not gone unnoticed. It appears that Sheila has been MIA more often than usual. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, why Sheila Carter MIA, and more importantly, where? Remy Price's cyberstalking tactics bear a striking resemblance to Sheila's methods during the Cyan engagement. Is there a link between them? Recent B and B spoilers indicate that Sheila has been absent for a while. Although she appears to have turned over a new leaf, her Halloween antics revealed a longing for her past. Sheila seemed to revel in the macabre, enjoying the severed heads, skull axes, and other chilling decorations, perhaps a bit too much for Deacon's taste. This behavior hints that she might be growing restless with her new lifestyle. In a recent episode, Deacon found himself overwhelmed during the lunch rush, clearly stressed and struggling to keep up. He mentioned being severely short-staffed, which leads us to consider Remy's involvement. B and B spoilers. Remy Price, the cyberstalker. Fans observed Remy in a dimly lit room, fixated on his computer screen. The walls were adorned with numerous images of Elektra Forrester. As he scoured the internet for information about her, he discovered she was at Forrester Creations. In a chilling tone, Remy declared that he was on his way to find her. Moments later, he was covertly watching Elektra enjoy a meal with Will Spencer at Il Giardino, showing Remy was somewhere nearby. It appeared to be Elektra's first visit to the restaurant, and she even exchanged a few words with Deacon. Suddenly, Will received a text that pulled him away for work, leaving him looking puzzled and taken aback, and as soon as Will left, Remy stealthily approached Elektra's table. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Deacon Sharp is intrigued by the new guy. Was it just a coincidence? Hardly. It seemed likely that Remy orchestrated that text to ensure Will's departure. And upcoming spoilers indicate that Deacon will find himself fascinated by Remy. With Deacon in need of staff and Remy seeking a new beginning in LA, it seems likely that Remy will land a position at Il Giardino. This job could allow Remy to keep a watchful eye on both Elektra and Will, while also providing him with a reason to frequently encounter Elektra. The choice of the word intrigued is particularly noteworthy, hinting Deacon may become curious about Remy's background. It's also possible that Deacon might catch Remy staring at Will and Elektra. Plus, there's a distinct possibility that what Remy shares and what Deacon uncovers through a background check could differ significantly. B and B spoilers. Electra Forrester's double danger, Remy Price has a secret partner? It will be fascinating to see Sheila's reaction to Remy if he secures a position at Deacon's restaurant. Deacon is so overwhelmed that he might overlook any potential issues and simply appreciate the extra support. Although Sheila has turned over a new leaf, there's something unsettlingly reminiscent about Remy's cyberstalking arrangement. It bears a striking resemblance to Sheila's own setup during the engagement saga of John Finnegan and Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Is it possible that Sheila is out of sight because she's covertly assisting Remy in his pursuit of Electra? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at the Bold and the Beautiful set. The entire cast has gathered around to pose and spread some holiday cheer in their festive finest. The scene is set with sparkling Christmas trees and warm lights lighting up the Forrester mansion. Our favorite characters have come together like one big dysfunctional but fabulous family. But there's more than meets the eyes. A little drama, perhaps. Find out. Home for the holidays. First up, we have one big happy picture of the Bold and the Beautiful cast and crew. Next, the Forrester mansion will open its door for the festive action, with Eric and Donna hosting in style. We shouldn't be surprised if Eric flaunts his musical talent at the piano. The whole crowd may belt out tunes from Joy to the World. Moreover, this Christmas will shock you in a good way with the reunions you never saw coming. We're talking about Pam and Donna. Remember how the duo couldn't stand each other? Pam even plotted hard to take Donna down for good. However, the season brought a change of heart, and now they look like two peas in a pod. Across the mansion, Ridge is stealing hugs and kisses under the Christmas tree. Pam and Donna can't resist his charm, and we don't blame them. But hold up, the happening night may witness a cat fight. Yep, not everything is that merry and bright, as Brooke might have some mistletoe competition. Taylor is eyeing her old love, and her heart goes like, "All I want for Christmas is you." We can't wait to see if things stay as peaceful as a silent night. Additionally, Steffy and Finn look like one happy couple who are still very much in love. Elsewhere, Carter and Hope are done sharing passionate moments behind the cabin doors. They have come out to pose as an item, but Hope needs to watch out. Why? We hope Carter doesn't give his heart to Poppy, as they sure make quite the photogenic pair. With B and B promising love, laughter, and a pinch of chaos, it will be a Christmas to remember. What are you most excited about this holiday season on B and B? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers document that Hope Logan is unemployed. Even if his takeover scheme works short-term, Carter Walton is projected as the next former Forrester Creations employee. Brooke Logan's eavesdropping proved significant when she returned to the cabin. She gained knowledge of a mind-altering conspiracy rather than hearing her daughter and FC's now-embattled chief operating officer talk about their sudden love. Telling Ridge Forrester about Carter's intentional deception was vital. No reasonable or honest person would disagree. Hope's modern mimicry of her mother's notorious reputation means that her so-called heart pursuits include me-first calculations. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. If Liam Spencer didn't call for divorce. Hope was recently married to Liam Spencer. He called for divorce because of her reckless interest in Thomas Forrester. What if Liam never got to the point of splitting from Hope? Based on multiple breakups in the past, this couple may still have broken up, but it almost certainly wouldn't have been because of Steffy Forrester Finnegan. She's with John Finnegan, whom Steffy still believes Hope wants. She likely would have never considered Carter if Liam and Hope were still married. St. Victor's character is a good guy whose desire to have a wife has caused him to veer off track toward Hope. Whatever his thoughts about her 2 summers ago, he most likely wouldn't have pursued her, as he did Quinn Fuller, because that was a different set of soapy circumstances. B and B spoilers. Ridge Forrester has to restore order. If Carter's placement of his name as the legally licensed corporation's manager were well-intended, neither Ridge nor Steffy would care. But Brooke's relay of the reveal shines a searing daytime light on this con. Ridge sees Carter as a betrayer and is taking action. Viewers will soon know whether that means FC will fire its COO or sue to restore order. But the Forresters aren't going to allow Carter to take over. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hope Logan creates impossible scenario. Hope's impulsive behavior put her in danger for months. Then, she acted on her feelings toward Finn and kissed him, which resulted in Steffy putting Hope on notice. Steffy's reaction to what she saw in the design room was triggered by Hope's kiss and her history of rivalry, which was primarily Liam-based. Hope's ongoing belief that her actions shouldn't result in consequences will extend to Brooke's unwanted involvement in what's become a major drama. It wasn't wrong for Hope to ask her mother to withhold knowledge of her relationship with Carter. But blaming Brooke for how Ridge and SC respond to him will be. That establishes a major rift that won't be quickly resolved. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton and Hope Logan's House of Cards will come tumbling down. Not only does the world know about Carter and Hope's secret romance, but their big Forrester Creations takeover is exposed. B&B spoilers say the fallout will be huge, but Carter will make an unexpected new friend. Here's what's happening next week on Bold and Beautiful. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Carter Walton catches Dollar Bill Spencer's eye. Ridge Forrester will be in full-blown panic mode when he realizes that Carter nearly stole his company from him in broad daylight. Bold spoilers say the Forrester heir will call in Justin Barber for reinforcements and hire him to clean up the mess that Carter and Hope left. Even Justin will be impressed with Carter's evil handiwork. After all, he knows a thing or two about corporate sabotage. Rumor has it Carter Walton may even be arrested or facing fraud charges for his shenanigans with his girlfriend. You would think that he would be blacklisted from every company in Los Angeles, but Dollar Bill Spencer will be impressed with the chaos Carter created at Forrester Creations. Bill and Ridge's rivalry spans back decades on The Bold and the Beautiful. Any enemy of Ridge Forrester's is a friend of Bill Spencer's. Carter and Bill have never been besties, but right now Carter is not in a position to turn down any friends. B&B spoilers hint Bill is in the market for a new corporate henchman after losing Justin Barber. Is Carter the right guy for the job? B&B spoilers. Liam Spencer and Carter Walton bump heads? Interestingly, Liam Spencer has been trying to win back his ex-wife Hope. It could become super awkward if Hope's new boyfriend comes to work at Spencer Publications with him. Do you think that Carter Walton will become a bad guy on B&B and go work for Bill Spencer and help him with his shady business dealings? The Bold and the Beautiful viewers know that Hope Logan has been hanging on by a straw for months now. Is the mental breakdown we have all saw coming finally here? Brooke Logan has always supported her daughter, but has had a tough time backing her up recently. Will Brooke's shocking betrayal push her daughter over the edge? Keep her eating to find out. According to B&B spoilers, here's what's coming up next on the soap. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, all the warning signs. Hope Logan has been struggling for over a year now. Soap fans first noticed her bizarre behavior during her divorce from Liam Spencer. It was apparent something was off with Hope when she began sleeping with Thomas Forrester. Thomas actually skipped town and moved on because even he couldn't handle Hope's manic episodes and compulsive behavior. The Bold and the Beautiful began hinting Hope Logan was not in her right mind a few months back when she confessed to her mother that she was out of control and couldn't stop her obsessive behavior with Dr. John Finnegan. Brooke brushed her daughter's red flags aside and lectured her about sleeping with married men. Recently, Taylor Hayes has even commented that Hope Logan may need help and is not acting like herself. B&B spoilers. Hope Logan in crisis. It's obvious Hope is in crisis. When Brooke throws her under the bus and rats her daughter and Carter out, it will cut deep. Without her mom supporting her, Hope Logan literally has no one. Ironically, Brooke's betrayal will secure her relationship with Ridge Forrester, and Hope will accuse her of choosing her boyfriend over her own flesh and blood. With Hope's mental health hanging on by a thread, Brooke's betrayal could push her own daughter into the mental hospital. Or even worse, Hope could lash out and do something that she can't take back. Do you feel bad for Hope? Was Brooke wrong to betray her daughter? The bold and the beautiful scoop for the week of December 2 reveals Steffy Forrester, Ridge Forrester, and Eric Forrester will wonder if they've lost control of Forrester. Also coming up, a defiant Hope Logan will tell her mother it's too late. Plus, Luna Nozawa will get a surprise visitor, and Will Spencer will meet Remy Price. Viewers should take note, B&B will be preempted on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 28 for NFL football, and on Friday, November 29 for college football. However, new episodes of The Sudzer will return on Monday, December 2. B&B preview. A defiant Hope tells Brooke Carter filed the papers. B&B spoilers tease Electra Forrester will be surprised to see that Remy is her waiter at Il Giardino. Remy, do you work here? She asks him in the B&B weekly preview, and he'll say he just started. I've heard a lot about you, man, Will add. Meanwhile, Luna will be beyond thrilled when the prison guard tells her she has another visitor. Oh my God, she'll exclaim. Bill, but why is Bill visiting Luna? Is he going to tell her to stop writing him letters? At the cabin, Hope will tell Brooke Logan that Carter Walton is with Ridge, Steffy, and Eric. So Brooke will ask why. He filed the papers, a defiant Hope will reply. Bold and the beautiful preview. Will Carter get his hands on Forrester? Finally, Justin Barber will meet with Eric, Steffy, and Ridge. As viewers know, Ridge asked him to look into the LLC papers he and Steffy signed. The papers they didn't realize gave full control of the company over to Carter. Please tell us Carter will never get his hands on Forrester Creations, Steffy will say to Justin. But will the legal eagle give them good news or bad? All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Forrester, Justin looks over the LLC paperwork and confirms that Carter's trying to pull a fast one. He asks for 1 minute to look closer. Brooke and Ridge step aside, and he exclaims, "Some friend, huh?" He thanks her for bringing this to him. Brooke says of course, she wouldn't let him take his company from him. Ridge vows this will never stand up in court. His two-faced friend is trying to cheat his way into power and will cheat his way out of the company. Justin asks to take a copy with him so he can confer with a colleague. Ridge asks, "You can fix this, right?" Justin points out the CEOs signed off on this. Ridge bellows that they didn't know what they signed. That's the point. Justin will see what he can do, but warns this may be a bit more serious than he thinks. After he exits, Ridge is confident he'll find a loophole. This is such a betrayal, and not just from Carter, but from Hope. Brooke nods, it's inexcusable. She thinks he needs to remember that this all began with a misunderstanding. Steffy jumped to conclusions and fired her daughter. She's not trying to justify what they're doing, but she wants to resolve it in a peaceful manner. Ridge is going to resolve it right now. In Hope's cabin, she tells Carter this is for the good of the company. Carter says Ridge won't see it that way. He'd be lying if he didn't admit he's dreading what's to come. In Hope's cabin, she tells Carter this is for the good of the company. Carter says Ridge won't see it that way. He'd be lying if he didn't admit he's dreading what's to come. Carter's dressing when he gets a text from Ridge, who wants to see him. Hope thinks maybe he's changed his mind and might be considering his proposal and reinstating Hope for the future. Carter would be relieved not to have to betray his friend. In the office, Ridge says to Brooke, "Now I wait for the traitor." Brooke reminds him she told him all of this in confidence. Ridge says Carter has lost his perspective. He never thought he would see him make a career-ending move like this. That's what this is, a takeover attempt. It ends today. In the cabin, Hope gushes about Carter's inspiring ideas. Ridge needs to give him a shot. If he decides to bring her back, she will owe it all to Carter. Her boyfriend tells her he won't back down. She'll have his support until the end, whatever that is. She kisses him goodbye and wishes him luck. At Forrester, Ridge paces as he waits for Carter to arrive. He flashes to the day Carter was made COO and through some of their memorable moments. "We are family," he recalls saying. Brooke arrives at the cabin and asks Hope, "How are you?" Hope says she's fine and explains Carter was there and got a text from Ridge wanting to see him. She hopes it's good news. Brooke says, "Well, I can tell you I know." Hope smiles, "You do." They establish that Brooke was with Ridge. Hope asks why Ridge wanted to see Carter. Brooke asks why he wouldn't want to see him. He's his COO and trusted best friend. She eyeballs Hope and thinks she seems very distracted. "I was hoping that you would tell me yourself. I overheard you and Carter." Hope asks, "You overheard us?" Brooke exclaims that she was about to come in when she overheard them talking about a coup. Taking over Forrester Creations. Carter arrives in the main office and Ridge is seated with his back to him. He intones, "Close the door." He asks how he's doing and if he has something to tell him. Turning around, he says, "No. Well, I have something to tell you. I know what you're doing. I know what you're up to." Ridge asks Carter, "Did it ever occur to you that she's just using you?" Carter asks, "Who?" Ridge replies, "Hope. He knows about the papers. He knows he's trying to take power over Steffy and him, all for Hope." "You didn't think I'd find out?" Carter asks, "How?" Ridge will trade him a how for a why. "I saw your name on the paper. You must have been freaking out, but there was no need for that because I trusted you implicitly. Not because you're my COO, because you're my best friend in the world, and you stabbed me in the back." In the cabin, Hope recaps that Brooke overheard her and Carter and realizes she told Ridge. That's why he wanted to see Carter. "Mom, what are you doing? You should have talked to me first." Brooke wails, "Why? So I could be a part of your plan." "No, what were you thinking?" Hope complains that they were being mistreated at Forrester. They gave Ridge and Steffy every opportunity, but they wouldn't listen. Brooke says that doesn't justify a coup. Hope worries about what Carter's walking into. What will Ridge say or do now that he knows the truth? My God. In the office, Ridge asks Carter if he really thought he'd get away with this, signing the company over to him. He's not concerned about papers. That's child's play. What he's concerned about is why he'd do this to him. "Because we passed on your big idea? We're a fashion house, and we wanted to stay a fashion house, that's all." He continues, "Or was it because Steffy was mean to your new girlfriend? How'd that make you feel? Sad, angry, betrayed maybe?" He made him COO because he always knew he'd do right by him, the company, and the family. The family that's always been there for him and embraced him. This is how you thank them. By hooking up with Hope, by fighting her cause? Carter says it's a cause worth fighting for. Ridge pushes his chair and hollers, "There's nothing worthy about any of this. What happened to you? I know what happened to you. Hope happened to you. The same way she happened to Liam and to Thomas, because that's what she does." Carter turns his head and Ridge bellows, "Look at me. She gets her hooks into you, and she molds you, and she woos you until you love her so much you can't breathe, and then she drives you away." He's stab. Ridge understands that Carter is frustrated that they didn't take his big idea. "You know business, you know how it works. So, is it really because Steffy was mean to your little girlfriend? He betrayed all of them for that? That doesn't sound like him at all. It sounds like Hope. Stealing this company from the people that love him doesn't sound like him at all." Steffy told him Hope was in Carter's head, He didn't believe it. He wishes he had. Maybe he could have kept him from going off the deep end. I didn't see it. Sitting, Ridge asks, "What do we do now?" "What do I do? I know what I want to do. I want to give you another chance." He suggests they forget about the papers. If he ends this toxic relationship, they'll be OK. Carter asks, "You want me to end things with hope?" Ridge nods. "Get her out of your life before it's too late." Ridge can't believe he was betrayed by his own friend. He had to come face to face with his traitor. During the Wednesday, November 27th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge had to have a difficult conversation with Carter. He wanted to know if his longtime friend staged a coup. But Ridge doesn't know that he's still fraternizing with the enemy. Coup attempt. Brooke would be the hero of the week if there were such an honor. She informed Ridge about Carter's and Hope's coup attempt. The conniving duo found a sneaky way to take over Forrester Creations. Hope encouraged Carter to mess with the LLC papers. He willingly went along with it, and the rest is history. Unbeknownst to them, Brooke overheard their conversation from outside the cabin. She immediately ran to Ridge and ratted out her own daughter. Ridge brought in the big guns. On Wednesday's episode, he asked Justin to review the LLC papers to verify that they were tampered with. Justin admitted that Carter attempted to take over the company, and Ridge realized he had to confront Carter. Second chances. Ridge thought back on their friendship. He remembered the day when they first met. Ridge snapped out of it and asked Carter to meet with him. He had to get the truth from his best friend. Then, a shocking twist happened. Ridge told Carter that he wanted to give him a second chance. But there's a catch. He wants Carter to break off his relationship with Hope. Ridge believed that she was only using him to retain her place at Forrester Creations. Working with the enemy? Will Carter choose love over his best friend and career, or will he continue to betray him? This ultimatum gave Carter the upper hand. For example, he could continue having a secret romance with Hope as originally planned. Carter might lie to Ridge and assure him that their relationship is over. However, he'll only do it so he can eventually get Hope back at FC when things cool down. If they ever do. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Wednesday, November 27, 2024 is finally here. In today's episode, Justin Spears encounters a snag when reviewing the LLC paperwork. The Bold and the Beautiful recap highlights. Ridge Forrester offers Carter Walton forgiveness if he dumps Hope Logan. Also, Hope blows up at Brooke Logan over her betrayal. The Bold and the Beautiful recap, Justin Spears snag. B and B recap for Wednesday, November 27 reveals that at Forrester Creations, Justin looks over the papers while Ridge and Brooke watch. Justin confirms that Carter was trying to pull a coup. Before discussing any details, Justin asks for a minute. Ridge thanks Brooke for warning him. Ridge tells Brooke that Hope is involved. Brooke redirects the topic back to Carter. Ridge doesn't think these papers would stand up in court. Ridge says Carter is a two-faced friend who is trying to cheat his way into power. Hope and Carter are still under a blanket. Carter feels guilty. Hope says it's what's good for the company. Carter reasons that Ridge will never understand that. Carter is dreading it as Hope caresses his arm. Justin gets up and asks if he can take a copy of the LLC paperwork with him. Justin would like to confer with a colleague. Justin also wants to review it more thoroughly to make sure he's giving Ridge the best advice possible. Ridge agrees. Ridge wants to know if Justin can fix this. Justin says the CEO signed off. Justin understands Ridge's outrage, but this could be more serious than Ridge thinks. Justin exits. B and B spoilers. Ridge Forrester reels. Brooke is worried. Ridge has faith in Justin. Ridge reels over the betrayal, not just Carter but Hope too. Brooke wants Ridge to remember how it all began, Steffy Forrester Finnegan's misunderstanding a situation. Brooke says she's not justifying their behavior, but wants a peaceful resolution. Ridge pulls out his phone and says he'll resolve it right now. Carter gets dressed as Hope puts on a robe. Carter is being summoned to the office by Ridge. Hope calls it interesting. Hope and Carter think Ridge might be changing his mind. Hope starts jumping up and down. Carter would be relieved if he didn't have to betray Ridge. Ridge is now waiting for the traitor. Ridge rants about Carter betraying him for Hope's booty. Brooke feels awkward and looks away. Ridge says that the takeover ends today. Carter and Hope debate about all the things Ridge might want to talk about. Neither seem to realize they could be busted. Hope says she owes Carter big time. Isn't that what the couch romp was for? Carter promises Hope that she will always have his support, to the very end. Hope kisses Carter and excitedly wishes him luck. Carter exits. Brooke is gone. Ridge is pacing his office as he flashes back to promoting Carter to CEO. Ridge remembers their family bond and Carter bringing gifts to the house. Brooke enters Hope's cabin. Hope is excited about Ridge's message to Carter. Brooke can tell Hope the news. Brooke glares at her daughter. The bold and the beautiful recap. Ridge Forrester's confrontation. The bold and the beautiful recap for Wednesday, November 27, reveals that Carter enters Ridge's office. Ridge isn't facing Carter. Close the door, Ridge gruffly orders. Ridge's back is still turned. You got something to tell me? No. Well, I have something to tell you. Ridge turns around and confronts Carter. Hope wants to know the reason Ridge texted Carter. Hope is excited. Brooke dances around the subject and talks about how Carter is Ridge's trusted friend. Are you worried about that, Hope? Brooke wants Hope to confess. Hope isn't taking the bait. Brooke is disappointed. Brooke overheard Hope and Carter. Brooke is emotional as she tells Hope what she overheard. Hope doesn't look like she feels bad. Hope looks like she's seething, actually. I fully expect Hope to begin foaming at the mouth any minute. Ridge asks Carter if it's occurred to him that Hope is just using him. Ridge admits he knows about the papers and all this for Hope. Carter is speechless. Carter says one word, how? Ridge wants to know why. Carter doesn't answer. Ridge keeps talking and tells Carter that he trusted him completely. Carter still says nothing. Hope realizes Brooke told Ridge. Hope is freaking out. Hope screams at Brooke about why she didn't talk to her first. Hope tells Brooke that this wasn't something they wanted to do, it was difficult for them. Hope is really flipping out and keeps rambling as she screams at Brooke. Even though Brooke understands Hope feels mistreated, it doesn't justify that kind of scheme. Hope claims that something had to be done at Forrester Creations. Someone had to do something. Hope suddenly thinks about Carter and says she's worried for him. Hope panics over Carter walking into that blind, and OMG, what is he going to say? What is he going to do? Brooke is looking at Hope like she doesn't recognize her. The bold and the beautiful recap, Wednesday, November 27, 2024. Ridge continues talking to Carter. As Carter stands quietly and listens, Ridge wants to know why. Ridge asks Carter if it was because they wanted to stay a fashion house, or was it because Steffy was mean to his new girlfriend? Ridge keeps talking. Ridge talks about the promotion he gave Carter, how much he trusted him, not just for the company but for the family that embraced him. Carter finally speaks. Carter says it's a cause worth fighting for. Ridge starts yelling. Ridge says that Hope got her hooks into Carter, just like she did with Thomas and Liam. Ridge tells Carter that's what a woman like Hope does, until you nearly suffocate from their love, until they throw you away. Ridge says none of this makes any sense. Ridge says, you betrayed all of us for that. Ridge says these actions don't sound like Carter, it sounds like Hope. Steffy warned Ridge, he recalls. Steffy knew all along what Hope was trying to do to Carter. Ridge finally takes a breath. Ridge says with an emotional and weak voice, what do we do now? Ridge takes a moment and says he wants to give Carter another chance. Carter looks surprised. Ridge suggests they get rid of the papers and Carter dump toxic Hope. Carter asks, "You want me to end things with Hope?" Ridge says yes, Hope did this, get her out of your life. Share your thoughts in the comment section below.